Hello and welcome to Dawn Catalyst, where we explore practical strategies to transform your daily routines and unlock your full potential. I'm your host, and today we're diving into something that could revolutionize how you work and live, identifying your personal productivity peak times. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you can breeze through complex tasks effortlessly, while at other times, even sending a simple email feels like climbing Mount Everest? That's not random. It's your body's natural energy rhythm at work, and understanding it could be the key to transforming your productivity. Before we dive deeper, if you're finding value in these daily productivity insights, consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell. Every day on Dawn Catalyst, we explore practical strategies that you can implement immediately to transform your work and life. From time management and focus techniques to mindfulness practices and habit formation, we're building a community dedicated to continuous growth and improvement. Your subscription fuels this channel and helps us reach more people who could benefit from these daily doses of practical wisdom. Now, let's get back to unlocking your productivity peak times. Let me ask you something. How many times have you heard that successful people wake up at 5 a.m., or that you should tackle your most important work first thing in the morning? While these approaches work for some people, they can be disastrous for others. Take Sarah, one of our community members, who shared her story with me. For years, she forced herself to wake up at 5 a.m. because that's what productivity gurus recommended. She'd drag herself out of bed, make coffee, and sit at her desk, only to stare blankly at her computer screen, unable to form coherent thoughts. By midday, when her brain finally came online, she was too exhausted to capitalize on her natural energy peak. Meanwhile, her colleague Tom would roll into the office at 10 a.m., looking refreshed and focused, and accomplish more quality work in 2 hours than others did all day. What's the difference? Sarah was fighting against her chronobiology, while Tom was working with his. The truth is, productivity isn't about forcing yourself into someone else's schedule. It's about discovering and leveraging your unique internal rhythm. So let's talk about how to find yours. Science tells us that we each have a chronotype, a natural tendency to sleep and wake at particular times. This isn't just preference, it's rooted in your genetics and biology. There are typically four main chronotypes: early birds or larks, who naturally wake early and are most alert in the morning; night owls, who come alive in the evening and prefer later sleep times; bears, who follow the solar cycle, waking with the sun and sleeping when it sets; dolphins, who tend toward light, irregular sleep and may have periods of alertness throughout the day. Think about your natural tendencies when you don't have external pressures forcing you into a particular schedule. Do you naturally wake early without an alarm? Or do you find yourself most creative and focused when everyone else is winding down for the day? Understanding your chronotype isn't about labeling yourself. It's about recognizing when your body and brain are naturally primed for different types of activities. Let's do a quick check-in right now. Pause this audio if you'd like and reflect on these questions. When do you naturally wake up without an alarm on days off? What time of day do you feel most mentally sharp and creative? When do you typically experience energy slumps during your day? Are there certain tasks you find easier at specific times? Your answers to these questions offer clues to your personal productivity pattern. Keep these insights in mind as we continue. Now, let's talk about how to systematically identify your peak productivity times. The most effective approach is to track your energy and focus levels throughout the day for about 2 weeks. Here's a simple method. Rate your energy level on a scale from 1 to 10 at different points throughout the day. Do this every 2 hours from when you wake up until you go to bed. Also note what you're doing during those times and how effectively you're able to perform. Alex, a software developer and Dawn Catalyst follower, did exactly this. He discovered something surprising. Despite working in a field where late-night coding sessions are glorified, his peak focus time was actually between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Once he rearranged his schedule to tackle complex coding problems during this window, his productivity soared, and he found himself less burnt out at the end of the day. Many people discover they have not just one but multiple energy peaks throughout the day, with specific capabilities enhanced during each peak. Some might have their creative peak in the morning, but their analytical peak in the afternoon. Not all tasks are created equal, and not all require the same type of mental energy. Deep, focused work, like writing, strategic planning, complex problem solving, or creative tasks, typically benefits from your peak energy periods. These are times when your mind is sharp, distractions feel less powerful, and complex connections come more easily. For example, Mia, a graphic designer in our community, tracked her energy and discovered her most creative period was between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m., not ideal for her 9 to 5 job. She negotiated flexible hours with her employer, shifting her workday later and dramatically improving her portfolio quality. Administrative tasks, routine emails, organizational work, and meetings might be better suited for your plateau periods, times when you have steady but not peak energy. Low energy periods are perfect for tasks requiring minimal mental effort, organizing files, simple data entry, or even physical tasks like cleaning your workspace. The key is matching the cognitive demands of your tasks to your natural energy cycles. Let me share how this works in practice with a few more examples from our community. Jamie, a marketing manager, discovered his peak focus time was 8:11 a.m. He now blocks this time for content creation and strategy development, reschedules all meetings for afternoons, and has seen his campaign performance improve by 30%. Priya found she had two distinct peaks: a creative burst from 10 p.m. and an analytical peak from 3:05 p.m. She now schedules brainstorming and writing in the morning, data analysis and decision making in the afternoon, and simple administrative tasks during her natural slump around 1-2 p.m., when she previously would have fought through brain fog with extra caffeine. Carlos, a teacher, couldn't change his class schedule, but discovered his energy crashed right after lunch. He incorporated a 15-minute meditation during his lunch break, which helped sustain his energy through afternoon classes. I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but my job requires me to be on at specific times that don't match my natural rhythms. This is a common challenge, but there are still ways to work with your energy patterns within constraints. First, identify what aspects of your schedule you can control. Even in rigid environments, there's usually some flexibility in when you tackle different types of tasks. Second, understand that you can influence your energy levels through strategic use of breaks. A 5-minute movement break can reset your brain. Timing your caffeine intake to support, not override, your natural rhythms. Light exposure, bright light in the morning, helps reset your circadian rhythm. Physical activity, a brief walk can boost energy during slumps. Nutrition, heavy meals can trigger energy crashes. Lisa, an emergency room nurse, can't change her shift schedule, but she discovered that a protein-rich meal before her night shift and strategic 10-minute power naps during breaks helped her remain alert during critical moments. Finding your productivity peaks isn't a one-time exercise, it's an ongoing process of experimentation and refinement. Once you've identified potential patterns, test them by intentionally scheduling your most demanding work during your suspected peak times for a week. Note how it feels and what you accomplish. Then try different arrangements until you find what truly works for you. Remember that your energy patterns may shift with seasons and changing daylight hours. Age, our chronotypes tend to shift as we get older. Major life changes like parenthood or relocation. Health conditions and medications. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness and adaptation. By staying attuned to your body's signals, you can continuously optimize your approach. Understanding your personal productivity peak times isn't about squeezing more work into your day. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's about honoring your body's natural rhythms instead of fighting against them. When you align your most challenging work with your peak energy periods, you'll not only accomplish more, you'll do it with greater ease and joy. You'll finish your days feeling energized rather than depleted, with time and energy left for the people and activities you love. I encourage you to start tracking your energy patterns today. Even small adjustments can lead to significant improvements in both your productivity and your well-being. Thank you for joining me today on Dawn Catalyst. Remember to subscribe for more daily insights on optimizing your work and life, and I'll see you tomorrow with another practical strategy to help you become your best self. Until then, pay attention to your energy, honor your natural rhythms, and watch your productivity transform.